Not all skewers need to go on the grill before you can eat them. Today I'm making some little appetizer skewers with fresh grape tomatoes, some cheese tortellini, and some blanched green beans. And then I'm just going to marinate them overnight, and tomorrow when my company comes, they'll be all set to serve. So first of all, I'll show you how I'm going to mix my marinade. I have some nice fresh parsley. I'm going to put that into my food processor, and you could use a blender for this too. That works just great. I've got some fresh basil that I'll tear up and add in. And you probably want about a tablespoon of each of those. I'm not going to measure. I like the flavor of both, and they won't be too overpowering because I'm making quite a large amount. I've got 2 cloves of fresh garlic, and then I have a shallot. Now, shallots are used a lot in French cooking. They're small. They look almost like a tiny onion, and the flavor is a little bit oniony and garlicky at the same time. They're pretty mild, and they're really nice to use in vinaigrettes. If you don't have one, just use some green onions. That'll give you a nice flavor too. So I've got those ingredients in my food processor, and I'm going to whirl them a little bit just to chop them up. There, that's just about how I want them before I add my vinegar. Now for this marinade or vinaigrette, because you can use this as a vinaigrette on salads too, I like to use a nice flavored vinegar, and today I'm using some sherry vinegar, which is available in just about all stores these days. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of my olive oil to get started. And I'll mix this up, and then I'll add the rest of my olive oil. I already boiled some tortellini. These cheese tortellinis you can find in the refrigerated case at the store. And I cooked them for about 6 minutes. You don't want to get them too done because then they can fall apart when you try to push the pick through. I've got some nice sweet grape tomatoes. And then I blanched some green beans just for about 1.5 minutes in a pot of boiling water. And then I put them into a bowl of ice water to stop the cooking. And so I'm just going to put these together. I like to use a green bean and then the tortellini and then another piece of green bean, and then I just poke a little grape tomato right on the top. And I'll put several of these together, put them in a shallow glass dish, and then just pour some of this vinaigrette over the top, seal them up, put them in the refrigerator for at least a few hours. Mine will be in overnight. And then they're all set to pull out and serve to your guests when they come. You'll love these. They're so good. Great way to use some of the fresh ingredients from the garden. I'm Sue Doden, and I'm all about food.